Most people think oatmeal is one of the healthiest breakfasts you can eat. But what if that comforting bowl isn't as innocent as it looks? For many people, especially those over 60, it can be quietly draining your energy instead of fueling it. The truth is, your body changes with time, and some foods you've trusted for decades can start working against you. But there's a fix: tiny changes. Things almost nobody knows. In the next few minutes, you'll see exactly how to stop oatmeal from sabotaging your energy and start mornings that actually fuel your body instead of draining it. And it all begins with the first hidden mistake: how you cook it. Mistake number 1: cooking oats too fast. Most people think that faster is better. Microwave a packet of instant oats, stir in a splash of milk, and breakfast is done. Quick, easy, safe. But after 60, that speedy oatmeal can be the first mistake that quietly spikes your blood sugar. When oats are processed or cooked too fast, their starch molecules break down into sugar almost instantly. Imagine your oats as tiny Lego bricks. The longer they stay intact, the slower your body's enzymes work to break them down. Cook too fast, and the bricks crumble all at once, flooding your bloodstream with glucose. Studies back this up. A 2018 study showed that older adults had larger blood sugar swings from instant oats than from steel-cut or slow-cooked varieties. The more processed the oats, the faster glucose enters the bloodstream, leaving your body scrambling to restore balance. Think of it like a dam holding back a river. Slow-cooked oats are a dam with gates you can control. The water trickles out steadily. Instant oats? The gates burst and the river crashes through. You feel it in real time. Mid-morning energy crashes, sudden sugar cravings, foggy thinking, and subtle weight gain over weeks and months. Many blame age, but often it's just the cooking method. The fix is simple. Switch to steel-cut oats, old-fashioned rolled oats, or soak overnight. Soaking gently starts breaking down the starch, like letting dough rise slowly instead of cramming it into the oven. Blood sugar rises gradually, energy stays steady, and cravings fade. Texture matters too. Chewy oats slow digestion, giving your body more control over glucose release. Too much water or milk makes oats mushy. Mushy oats are digested faster and sugar floods faster. It's like blending Lego bricks into sand. The body can't resist turning it into glucose quickly. Timing plays a role as well. Eating slow-cooked oats immediately after waking can still spike blood sugar if your hormones are primed for fasting. Pairing oats with protein or healthy fat, like a spoon of Greek yogurt or a handful of nuts, acts like a brake on the sugar flood. The first big mistake is simple but sneaky. Rushing oatmeal or relying on instant packets may feel harmless, even healthy, but after 60, it's a sugar trap. Slow it down, or your breakfast could be racing ahead of you. And your body won't be able to keep up. And speaking of hidden hazards, the next trap isn't in how you cook your oats. It's in what you top them with. Mistake number 2: toppings that secretly spike sugar. You think adding fruit, honey, or a sprinkle of brown sugar makes oatmeal healthy, and after all, fruit is natural, right? Honey is pure, it's wholesome. But after 60, those healthy toppings can quietly sabotage your blood sugar. Here's the secret. Your digestive system doesn't see healthy the way you do. It sees simple sugars. And after 60, your body's response is faster, stronger, and less forgiving. One spoonful of honey can send your blood sugar skyrocketing, almost like turning a gentle faucet into a fire hose. Even fruit, especially bananas, raisins, or dried fruit, can behave the same way. The sugars are concentrated, and your liver and pancreas suddenly have to sprint to keep up. Think of it like this. Your oatmeal is a calm lake. You add a topping, and it's like dumping a bucket of dye into the water. The color spreads fast, unpredictably, and it takes a long time to settle. That's exactly what happens inside your bloodstream. One moment your sugar is steady, the next it spikes and crashes. It's not just numbers on a chart. The effects hit you physically and mentally. Energy dips, mood swings. The mid-morning snack cravings kick in like clockwork. Your body starts demanding more sugar to recover from the spike. Over months, these little surges can make weight creep up and even strain your heart and blood vessels. Here's the science behind it. Research shows that older adults experience higher blood sugar spikes from natural sweeteners than younger adults. Even good carbs, when eaten alone, can be harmful. Your body is less efficient at handling sudden sugar loads after 60. It's not about cutting out fruit entirely, it's about how and when you add it. So how do you fix it? The simplest way is to pair toppings with protein or fat. Nuts, seeds, or a spoon of Greek yogurt slows digestion, like adding a dam to that sudden river of sugar. Even a bit of nut butter works. It doesn't remove the sweetness but controls how fast the sugar hits your bloodstream. Another subtle trick: timing matters. Add fruit toward the end of your meal or combine it with other macronutrients. Think of it as letting the dye settle into the lake instead of pouring it straight in. Finally, be aware of portions. A handful of raisins or half a banana is different from a full cup. Older adults' bodies handle concentrated sugar differently. Tiny changes here make huge differences over weeks and months. This mistake sneaks up slowly. You think you're being healthy. You even feel virtuous for adding fruit instead of sugar. But the results show up quietly, in blood sugar readings, in mid-morning crashes, in that subtle weight gain. Fixing it doesn't require a radical diet overhaul, just a few thoughtful swaps and combinations. After 60, every topping matters. A drizzle too much, a portion too big. One choice can make oatmeal a sugar spike rather than a steady fuel source. Pair it with protein. Add fat. Mind the portions. The small changes compound and suddenly breakfast becomes your ally instead of your enemy. Even the sweetest intentions can backfire. But what if the real culprit isn't sugar at all, but something missing from your bowl? The next mistake hides in plain sight, silently controlling your morning energy. Mistake number 3. Not pairing oats with protein or fat. You might think a bowl of oatmeal alone is enough to fuel your morning. It's warm, comforting, and filling. But after 60, eating oats by themselves is like putting gas in a car without checking the brakes. Your blood sugar can skyrocket, then crash, leaving you drained before lunch. Here's what's happening. Oatmeal is mostly carbohydrates. When eaten alone, the carbs turn into sugar quickly. After 60, your body's insulin response isn't as sharp as it once was. That means your blood sugar spikes faster and crashes harder. It's not just theory, you feel it. Your energy dips, your focus fades, your mood wobbles. Think of your body as a slow-moving train. Carbs from oatmeal are passengers trying to board. Without protein or fat, the train moves too fast and passengers pile up at the station all at once, overwhelming your system. Add protein or fat and the train slows down. Passengers board gradually. Blood sugar rises steadily instead of spiking. Science backs this. A 2020 study found that older adults who combined carbohydrates with protein or healthy fat had significantly smaller blood sugar spikes than those who ate carbs alone. Nuts, seeds, Greek yogurt, or even a spoonful of natural peanut butter can make all the difference. But it's not just the type of protein or fat, it's the timing. Add it at the start of your meal, not after. Pairing late is like trying to slow a roller coaster after it's already launched. The damage is done. That early pairing gives your body a chance to manage the sugar flood. Another tip is portion balance. You don't need a mountain of protein or a tub of nuts. Just enough to slow digestion and create steady energy. Think of it as putting small, strategic brakes on that runaway train. Too little, and nothing changes. Too much, and breakfast becomes heavy and sluggish. Even minor adjustments can be powerful. Swapping a splash of milk for Greek yogurt or sprinkling chia seeds on top adds protein and fat without sacrificing taste. The texture improves too. Chewy oats with a creamy topping slow digestion even further. Your blood sugar rises like a gentle hill, not a cliff. Many people resist adding fat because they worry about calories, but after 60, steady energy matters more than empty calorie counting in the morning. Fat is your ally here. It stabilizes glucose, keeps you full longer, and prevents those sneaky sugar cravings that derail your day. This mistake is deceptively simple. Oatmeal by itself seems healthy, even perfect. But after 60, it's an incomplete meal. Pair it with protein or fat, and suddenly breakfast becomes a tool for energy, clarity, and control, not a trap for blood sugar swings. The key takeaway? Stop letting oatmeal run your morning. Take charge. Slow digestion. Balance macronutrients. Your energy will stay steady, your mood will stabilize, and your body will start thanking you in ways that matter most: clarity, endurance, and control. Now we'll uncover a subtle twist that turns fiber from friend to frenemy if you're not careful. Mistake number 4, ignoring fiber type and cooking method. Most people assume all fiber is good fiber. Eat oats, get your fiber, and your body will thank you. But after 60, the type of fiber and the way you cook your oats can make the difference between steady energy and a blood sugar roller coaster. Oats contain both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber forms a gel in your digestive system, slowing sugar absorption and feeding the good bacteria in your gut. Insoluble fiber, meanwhile, adds bulk and keeps things moving. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the catch. Overcooking or overprocessing oats changes how that fiber behaves. Think of soluble fiber like a sponge. Slow-cooked oats let the sponge soak up sugar gradually, releasing it slowly into your bloodstream. Instant or mushy oats. The sponge is wrung out before it can do its job. The sugar floods through and your blood glucose spikes. There's also another layer. Aging changes your digestive efficiency. After 60, your stomach empties more slowly and enzymes work differently. Fiber that isn't behaving properly can either pass too fast or break down too quickly, creating those familiar energy crashes and mid-morning cravings. You're left feeling hungry even after finishing your bowl. The science is clear. A study published in Nutrition Review showed that older adults consuming minimally processed oats experience smaller post-meal glucose spikes compared to those eating instant or highly processed oats. The longer the oats retain their structure, the more the fiber can do its job. It's subtle, but for older adults, subtle matters. Energy levels, insulin response, and appetite regulation all hinge on it. But fiber alone isn't enough. Pairing it with protein or fat, even small amounts, amplifies the effect. Fiber slows sugar release while protein and fat act like traffic lights, controlling the flow. Together, they create a smooth, predictable energy curve. Another often overlooked point: don't overstir or puree your oats. It sounds minor, but blending breaks down the fiber structure, essentially turning it into a fast-digesting carb. Think of it as taking a sponge and squeezing out all the water before it has a chance to do its job. Your body feels it immediately. Finally, consider flavoring choices. Cinnamon, vanilla, or a sprinkle of cocoa powder won't spike sugar and may even help regulate glucose response. They're simple, small adjustments that make a noticeable difference over time. This mistake is invisible to most people. Fiber seems healthy and oatmeal is considered safe. But after 60, the type of fiber, the cooking method, and the texture all dictate whether your breakfast is a slow-release fuel or a hidden sugar bomb. Get them right and your morning energy stabilizes. Get them wrong and the crash is inevitable. But even when fiber is perfect, there's a timing trick most people completely overlook. And it could be sabotaging your blood sugar. Mistake number 5. Eating oats at the wrong time or without breakfast strategy. You might think, breakfast is breakfast, just eat oatmeal whenever you want. But after 60, timing is everything. Eating oatmeal at the wrong moment or without a strategic plan can turn a healthy breakfast into a blood sugar trap. Here's why. Overnight, your body is in a fasted state. Blood sugar is lower, insulin sensitivity changes, and hormones like cortisol and glucagon are primed to manage energy carefully. Drop a high-carb meal into that environment, like plain oatmeal, and it hits your system like a cannonball. Blood sugar spikes, energy surges, then crashes. You feel drained within hours. It's not just about fasting. Your morning routine interacts with your meal. Coffee on an empty stomach, for example, can amplify blood sugar swings. Caffeine acts like a gas pedal on your liver, releasing stored sugar into your bloodstream. Combine that with a quick, sugary bowl of oats, and your morning becomes a roller coaster of spikes and crashes. Think of it like traffic. Your digestive system is the road and sugar is the car. Too much sugar at once? Traffic jams, accidents, chaos. Spread it out. Add protein or fat and the flow is smooth. Your energy lasts, focus improves, and cravings disappear. A study found that eating carbs first thing in the morning without protein or fat leads to higher post-meal glucose levels in older adults. The same carbs consumed later or paired with protein/fat produced a far gentler blood sugar response. timing isn't just convenience, it's a tool. So how do you fix it? Start with a breakfast strategy, not just a bowl. If you drink coffee first, consider adding protein or fat beforehand. A small handful of nuts or a spoon of yogurt. This acts like a traffic light for sugar, slowing the surge and giving your body control. Another tip: consider the order of what you eat. Fiber and protein first, carbs second. Oats don't have to disappear, but pairing them strategically prevents blood sugar spikes. For example, a few bites of Greek yogurt or a small omelet before oats transforms your breakfast from a sugar bomb into a stable fuel source. Portion control is equally important. Even good oats can overload your system if the bowl is massive. Smaller portions combined with fat or protein stabilize energy and reduce cravings. It's the same calories, but the timing and composition make all the difference. This mistake is subtle. Many people think oatmeal is inherently safe. They ignore how the body's morning hormones interact with food. But after 60, your body needs guidance, not assumptions. Timing, pairing, and portioning are the unseen forces that determine whether your oats energize or drain you. The payoff is simple. With a few small shifts, your morning becomes predictable, your energy consistent, and your cravings manageable. No more mid-morning crashes, no more sneaky sugar spikes. You take control of your breakfast and your body rewards you immediately. And even when timing is perfect, there's a hidden habit that quietly undoes all the good work. The one most people never notice. The hidden habit that undermines your oatmeal's benefits. Even if you've switched to steel-cut oats, soaked them overnight, paired them with protein or fat, and mastered timing. There's one more trap most people overlook: the hidden habits around how you eat your oatmeal. It sounds subtle, almost invisible, but after 60, habits matter as much as ingredients. Eating too quickly, skipping hydration, or mindlessly topping your oats with extras can undermine all the careful choices you've made. Take speed, for example. Many people eat breakfast like they're racing against the clock. Every bite goes down in seconds, barely chewed. Your body can't properly register fullness, digestion happens too fast, and blood sugar spikes more dramatically. Imagine pouring sand into a funnel too quickly. The grains clump, overflow, and make a mess. That's what happens inside your bloodstream when oatmeal is rushed. Slow chewing lets your body process nutrients gradually, smooths glucose absorption, and keeps energy steady. Another sneaky habit: ignoring hydration. Oats absorb liquid as they cook, but after 60, your digestive system needs water to move fiber through your intestines efficiently. Dehydrated oats or not drinking enough alongside your meal can create digestive stress, reduce fiber efficiency, and ironically cause faster sugar absorption, which leads to energy crashes. Think of it like trying to run a machine without oil. The parts grind and efficiency drops. Then there's the topping trap. Even with healthy toppings like berries or nuts, mindless overloading can tip the scales. After 60, your system processes concentrated sugars and fats differently. A few extra raisins or a generous spoon of nut butter may seem harmless, but the cumulative effect over months subtly elevates blood sugar and encourages cravings later in the morning. It's not dramatic in one meal, but the habit repeats daily. Here's another layer: context matters. Eating while distracted, watching TV, scrolling your phone, or reading emails reduces your body's ability to signal fullness. This increases the risk of overconsumption and faster digestion. Focused, mindful eating slows the pace, improves glucose regulation, and actually helps your brain process satisfaction. Think of it as giving your body the right instructions before it starts the heavy lifting. Research in appetite shows that older adults who practiced mindful eating, slower pace, attention to texture and flavor, experienced more stable post-meal glucose, and reported less mid-morning fatigue. Small habits, big impact. The fix is simple but often ignored. Slow down, chew each bite. Hydrate with water or herbal tea alongside your meal. Measure toppings thoughtfully, even if they're healthy. Eat with awareness. Notice flavors, textures, and fullness signals. These small adjustments turn oatmeal into a true fuel source, not a disguised sugar spike. Finally, combine this with everything else you've learned. Slow-cooked or soaked oats, paired with protein and fat, consumed at the right time. Layered, intentional habits create a breakfast that supports energy, focus, and steady blood sugar. After 60, it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat it. This hidden habit is the final piece of the puzzle. Without it, even the healthiest ingredients can backfire. With it, oatmeal becomes a powerhouse meal, one that leaves you feeling clear-headed, energized, and ready for the day instead of drained and craving sugar before lunch. Oatmeal after 60 doesn't have to be a sugar trap. It can be your morning ally, steadying blood sugar, boosting energy, and keeping your mind sharp. But only if you know the hidden mistakes and how to fix them. You've seen the traps. Each one seems small, but together, they can turn a healthy breakfast into a subtle energy drain. The good news? The fixes are simple, practical, and powerful. These small changes stack into big results: more energy, steadier mood, and better control over blood sugar. Here's the challenge. Tomorrow morning, try just one change. Chew your oats slowly, add a handful of nuts, or skip that drizzle of honey. Pay attention to how your body feels. Notice energy levels, focus, and cravings. One day is all it takes to start seeing the difference. After 60, mornings are an opportunity. Breakfast isn't just a meal, it's a statement about how you fuel your body, protect your health, and take control of your energy. Start small. Start today. Your body, your focus, and your mornings will thank you.